It is the Euro 2024, which is currently ongoing in Germany, and of course the host nation, Germany, have managed to sail through to the quarter-finals of this year's competition. Well, of course, at the beginning of this year's showpiece, we had a total of 32 teams trying to battle it out for the ultimate prize, which is Euro 2024. Well, at the beginning, as I just mentioned earlier, we had a total of 32 teams, which were later narrowed down to 16 teams, and at the moment we had a total of 8 best teams that are going to battle it out in the quarter-finals, of course, for a spot in the semi-finals. Well, before we move on, remember to view, like, subscribe and share, and also hit that notification button so that you can be amongst the first ones to be notified when we do drop a new content. I'm at Molo Collins across all social media platforms. Let's get interactive also on the comment section, and I'll be keeping tabs on all the matches that are taking place in this Euros showpiece. Of course, I'm your able host, Molo Collins. Let's get the show started, and I'm going to take you through the journey that this team had to make it into the quarter-finals of this year's showpiece. Well, let's start with the France, which managed to defeat Belgium by a single goal, a goal that was an own goal scored by the Belgian defender, that is Vertonghen. And of course, the host nation, Germany, managed to dispatch Denmark by 2. France managed to knock out Georgia by 4-1. England, on the other hand, had a really tough time trying to get that spot in the quarterfinals, and the match had to be taken to extra time, which Jude Bellingham came to the rescue of the Three Lions by scoring an bicycle kick, which gave England, and of course Harry Kane getting the winner for the Three Lions with a header. Well, of course, Portugal also had a very difficult time facing Slovenia. Remember that Cristiano Ronaldo lost his spot kick into that match, and it took the heroics of course, Diogo Costa to try and save 3 penalties for Portugal to make it to the quarter-finals and of course proceed, and it was a record that he achieved by saving 3 penalties. Well, let's move on to Netherlands against Romania. Well, the surprise thing is that the Orange qualified with the last 16 as the best loser in their group, and they managed to dispatch Romania by 3-1. And the surprise underdogs in this tournament, of course, had to be Turkey, and Turkey managed to dispatch Austria by 2-1. As I can remember in our earlier show that Maish did mention that Turkey was a team that is going to give the big guns a lot of headache, and it's coming to pass because Turkey have managed also to make it into that quarter-finals competition. Well, let's go to Switzerland. These are the giant killers, and remember that in the last competition that Switzerland managed to knock out the France, who were being touted as the tournament favorite. And this time around they did the same, and this repeated themselves, and Switzerland managed to knock the defending champions Italy by 2-0. A very surprising result for the Swiss. Well, that is the journey that I've just taken you through to the quarterfinals, and these teams, the results that I've just mentioned are what gave the team the ticket into this quarter final. Well, on today's show we are going to focus mainly on 2 matches, that is pitting Spain and Germany, and of course Portugal against France. Well, let's go ahead here, showpiece, and of course their opponent Germany, being the host, gives them an upper hand coming into this match, and it's going to be one of the most exciting matches to watch in this Euros showpiece, because both teams managed to top their group heading into this quarter finals, and it's going to be very attracting brand of football, the tiki-taka kind of football, and of course on the other side, the possession-based kind of football for the Germans under Julian Nagelsmann. A very transformed German side facing the very informed team in the name of Spain. Of course, there's going to be fireworks, there's going to be tackles flying left, right, etc. And there's going to be duels that are going to be won either on ground or maybe aerial balls, and it will be a midfield battle between the likes of Rodri and of course the likes of Kimmich, and of course the evergreen Toni Kroos will be playing his last tournament, of course, for the host tournament, Germany. Well, let's move on to the other match, which is pitting Portugal against France. These are both champions in their own respect, and you see that Portugal last won this competition in the year 2016, and it was guided by the evergreen Cristiano Ronaldo, who is just aging like fine wine. And France, on the other hand, has a very good array of talent in the name of Kylian Mbappe, who so far has not lit this Euro 2024 as many expected, and Martinez will be trying to go one better. Remember that Martinez in the last Euro was the one in charge of the Belgian team. And on the other hand, we have Deschamps, a very experienced tactician who has been with France and since they won that World Cup, and is going to go one better, trying to get this France, of course, to the finals of this year's series. Remember that the last time it was a disappointment because France were knocked out by Switzerland. So these two matches between Spain and Germany, and of course Portugal and France, promises a lot of good football, promises a lot of transitions that will be witnessed, especially in that middle of the park, because both teams like to keep possession and both teams have an array of talent, and pitting Spain against Germany, on the other hand pitting Portugal against France. So these are matches that you don't deserve to lose, because I think that history is going to be written, and I think that it's high time now for the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo to rise to the occasion in this year's tournament, and I think that it has not been a very pleasant outing for Cristiano Ronaldo this time around. Well, both teams have talents, and I've just mentioned, and we can sit here the only trying to get all the nitty-gritties that are going to be considered coming into this match. And Spain against Germany, that is another cracker that is going to prove a lot of good football coming into this match. Well, let's see how things will unfold in these quarter-finals, and of course on the other show I'm going to touch on the other quarter-finalists beating Netherlands and Turkey, and of course England and Switzerland on our next show. Well, let's keep the conversation going. View, like, subscribe and share, and of course, and be sure to sample some of your views and thoughts on our next show. I've been able to host Mola Collins. Let's keep on supporting the channel. So me and the rest of my crew, it's bye-bye for now.